Looks like I'm recording finally. Microphone, webcam, no lag, didn't freeze. Must be all the blinking. It's a lot for the camera to process, and it caused it to freeze, so I had to reboot my computer. Happens once in a while. Alright, so World of Warcraft. Classic Season of Discovery. In other words, it's classic era with no expansions whatsoever, but they did add a couple of nice things, some events, some runes, which are essentially skills that have either existed several years later in expansions or that may have never have existed to begin with. And we believe as the community that this could potentially shape to be what will be known as Classic Plus someday. So it's a lot of fun. Doesn't look like your character is going to... Okay, so we do want to go to the left. We're in Stone... Well, we're not anywhere. I'm in Stone Talon Mountains. You're wherever it is you are. I really live in this world. So Stone Talon Mountain right here. This is Ashenvale. There's that tunnel that goes to Ashenvale. If I zoom out, you can see right here that that's where I'm at. I am just west of the Barrens, north of Mulgore, and north of Destilus. Okay, just to kind of give you a little bit of a where I am, because sometimes some people have told me that they appreciate these little intros where I explain where I am, what's going on. Not everybody knows what Season of Discovery is. Chances are a lot of people that know what these are, they're probably already watching somebody more relevant on YouTube or Twitch, or they're just playing the game themselves. They're not watching other people do it. Pridewing Venom. And so that's not going to come from a spider. Again, I am a little bit seasoned in level for this area. However, it's proven to be an asset for me to be able to get myself into situations I probably normally wouldn't be able to get myself out of had I been the appropriate level. So for here, it's suggested 23 to 24. I'm 27. It's just a few levels, but it makes it, like I said, that even though sometimes the enemies are gray, the quest reward will still be green. I'm still going through the motions. It's all good. I don't really feel like skipping too much. I skipped a couple times saying, you know what, this is a great quest, I won't do it. I'll skip it. I did that, and then I went to grab a quest, turn it in, grab this one, couldn't grab that one because I didn't do that quest from earlier, and then it leads to a kick-ass quest chain, and yeah. So from now on, I'm not really doing much skipping. I remember doing this quest. I remember doing everything. I talk as if, like, it's selective what I remember. I remember it all. I remember doing this on my human paladin. I remember doing this on my undead rogue, or the amount of PvP situations that I've been in, or in some good situations where we didn't attack one another and we just stayed out of each other's way. Here I don't have to worry because it's Season of Discovery. There's no PvP on the server that I'm on. Just going through that motion. Again, you can imagine even being at 27, it's not like my gear's the most optimal. If I pull 2 or 3 of these things, you could be in the deep doo-doo. I don't know if I'm going to put... You know, oftentimes what I always feel like doing, and what other people I think do sometimes, I don't spend too much time watching what other people do. Oh, see?
Much appreciated.
Yeah, he just, you know, did that to help me kill it quicker. I like when people do that. I mean, it's not like he can attack me anyways, but that's not the point. He easily could have just not done that. It's just those small gestures are very much well appreciated. I forget what I was saying now. Oh boy, me forgetting what I was saying. All I know is I'm having fun. That's what I know. And I keep repeating some of the same lines in all my videos because, again, I'm not going to assume that this is the 1000th video of mine that you've watched. And if you have, you're in a mental institute by now. Surely. But this is probably some of the most fun I've had playing World of Warcraft in ages. I mean, it's giving me that real, authentic, original World of Warcraft with no expansions when everything was at its hardest. Not necessarily at its best. That's debatable. But what I really appreciated about it is those added touches. You know, the double XP till you're like level 40 or something like that. The triple XP from gold. Or the triple gold from quests. My goodness, it helps if I could speak. Kind of speeds things up a bit. We've been through this song and dance so many times, most of us here. Not a lot of us are going to be here for the first time, although I'm sure there are going to be some people that are. Can't assume everybody's been here since 2004. Some people weren't even born then. Right? So to be able to go through the motions a little bit quicker, level a little bit quicker, get a little bit more gold. Plus you could turn that off if you wanted. You don't have to use the runes either. But this is pretty much where the party is happening. And I'm very excited to see the future of this game. I mean, it's been going strong for literally 2 decades. From a financial standpoint and all these sorts of things, I just don't see this game dying necessarily anytime soon. And especially with the seasons keeping things fresh, I think it's just going to have people keep coming back. And it has been for literally 2 decades. See, look at the damage that I've received from just grinding out these little pipsqueaks that are a few levels below me. Yeah, so it's really fun, and it's exciting to see like what the next phase is going to be. What's the next season of whatever is going to be. I think first it was season of something something. Then it was discovering, like I said, with the likes of Diablo, I thought that your character got reset every season, but it doesn't. It hasn't. So far in Season of Discovery, I don't know what happened to the other one. The prior season, not the prior phase, the prior season. I wasn't able to get any information on it. But people are invested here, they're excited, and Blizzard have stated that they are kind of just open to seeing like what's going on. They're not dismissing the idea of letting our characters remain rather than always having to reset them back from scratch. And something that I've said, I'm sure many others have said a million times over. If you don't think this is the classic experience and it's too changed for you, then guess what? Don't play it. Go play classic era, where nothing's been, well, I wouldn't say nothing's been touched, but where it's, for the most part, 95% the same, right? You can do that. Then there's the hardcore that I don't really play much anymore now because I've been focusing all my time on this version of the game. For me, this is more engaging. It's exhilarating without all the stresses of potentially dying. Though that brings some excitement on its own. And I probably still will play it. However, if I die one more time, not to be like all like, no, he's rage quitting. That is it for me. The next time I die, it's done. I'll just stick to something where I don't lose all my shit when I die. At least I'll have experienced it. I'll have played it for dozens and dozens of hours. And I'll have had fun while I was at it. And I'll be able to reminisce by watching my old YouTube videos. I don't really do that, but, you know. I was just thinking to myself, with all the rambling and mumbling and babbling that I do, this can't ever really be ASMR World of Warcraft. What I might do at some point, because the music's not copyrighted, so long as you're playing the World of Warcraft, I might throw in some, you know, or like, let's watch it. My volumes are well balanced in my opinion. Spent a lot of time. See, I don't even know how to... There we go, audio. So my master volume is only at 50%. The music is only at 20. Maybe 25. Effects 70. Ambience full-blown 100. Same with the dialogue, music, loop music, right? What I wanted to say was the following. What did I... Small? Let's go large. Do we want to large it? Do we want to go large? Too late now. Is potentially crank this up to 100. Make it louder, but I don't speak. Sort of do that ASMR kind of nostalgic, where you get to watch and listen to World of Warcraft and all its sounds without someone talking 100 miles an hour like the Micro Machines guy. That's an old commercial from the 80s and 90s. Micro Machines. He used to talk really, really fast. Because you can't cater to everybody, right? Like, there's some people, they just do no commentary gameplay. You don't even see what they look like. Ooh, Pride Wing. Does that mean he's more... I know he's a rare. I know what he is. I just forget if it also kind of makes him an elite. I keep missing. Oh, he's dead. Well, there you go. He was a little bit more hog wild. But he wasn't really anything to worry about. So, like those things, again, the elites, they've all been removed even from since Burning Crusade. Right, I've mentioned that a lot, too. What makes this game a lot of fun, too, is it is the most challenging of all of them. As every expansion comes out, it's almost as if the game gets a little bit easier and easier in some regards. Like I said, even Burning Crusade, a lot of sections were removed, elites and stuff like that. They dumbed it down a little bit, but people weren't, like, really complaining. Making things a little bit more accessible, not always a bad thing. But, like, this is the first time in history that I don't even touch retail since, what, the last expansion or whatever. I played it for, like, maybe 20, 30 hours just to kind of get my feet wet and say that I played with it, and that was it. It's sad, but it is what it is. I feel like now with World of Warcraft, and there's a lot of people that play retail, I really hate the attitude of, oh, you're a retail scrub. Why care what someone's playing? You're playing the same game. Just a different era, a different flavor of it. Most people don't drink Diet Pepsi, but I do because I enjoy the flavor and I don't want to go into a diabetic coma. Sponsor me anytime, Pepsi. I could really use the money to buy more Pepsi. Yeah, so there's something for everyone that are a fan of the genre. Me, like I said, if I could pick my poison, it would just be to stay in Wrath of the Lich King. To me, that's sort of like my jam. Wrath of the Lich King, or even remain on a server where Burning Crusade was would be the last expansion. Like a Burning Crusade era server is what I'm saying. I would have been cool with that. You could fly in Outlands, right? Burning Crusade. But then you would still have pretty much everything intact from old school WoW. Just by not going Outlands. Again, just gives you a little bit more. But definitely Wrath of the Lich King is the final straw. Anything after that, it's not so much that the expansions were shit, but the change of the world and just the direction, the creative direction, it wasn't for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm glad that in 2019 they brought back Classic to me. That was just amazing. I just feel like they kind of fucked up a little bit in some ways by not keeping two. I promised you there would be people right now playing Burning Crusade era server and Wrath of the Lich King era server. Look at all the things. We've got Classic era, which is like nothing touched. Well, for the most part, like I said. Then you got hardcore, which is classic era, but you die once, you're done. And then there's this classic era, but with a little bit more flavor in the seasonal department. So they've given us 3 different kinds of classic era servers. But they can't give us just like 1, 2, 1 PvE, 1 PvP BC server, 1 PvE, 1 PvP Wrath of the Lich King server. I promise you it would do well. You let us copy our characters like we were able to originally when we went from Classic to BC. You could have retained in pre-BC and in BC, and to me, that was a genius move. It was amazing. So that's why I have this weird thing where I'm scared to hop on my Wrath of the Lich King character and some freak chance that they bring it back. My guys are already fully geared the way I want them. I could just hop on and play, but unfortunately, even if it does happen, I have a feeling I won't be able to copy my character. I have a bad feeling I'd have to like go back and start all over again, and that's the part I can't say I would be wanting to do. Because I just have that shitty welfare epics that I call them from doing Winter Grasp, right? That is the gear that I have. But it's good enough for just roaming around helping people out. I can easily pull someone through the stockades with it. Right? I don't need tier 4 or anything like that. I just don't need that stuff. I just don't need it. I just like chilling, relaxing, helping people out. Giving them a buff. My first serious characters was an undead rogue. And my buddy, at the time was playing an orc shaman. Yeah. So I think I've been here. Let me just check something out for the fun of it. See, 17. Yeah, about a minute traveling. So just to get these here, and I'm like I said, a level or 2 above. Almost 20 minutes for this one quest. Just to grab 12 of these Pridewing Venoms. And I'm not even done. Nope. That also helps with the perspective. Oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier that I forgot. Sometimes I want to do like what maybe other YouTubers do. Where they maybe like start doing this, they get like a couple of items, they pause their video, and the next thing you know, boom, he's on to the next one, boom, he's on to the next one. But for me, I don't want to just take you through like small steps. Part of these videos like a gaming vlog, if you will, where I'm just rambling about nothing important. But as to not break up the flow of my thoughts as well while I'm talking, it would be weird for me to like, I've done this for just 3 minutes, pause it, and then like 17, 18 minutes later, I go on. I'm like, okay, so now that quest is done, and boom, 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 on to the next one. It's just, it would be very weird for me, at least for me, to follow the flow of my own speech while I'm gaming. That's why I don't really do that. I mean, I have a few times, and I found it was just more awkward for myself. There we go. Follow the path to Stone Talon Ooh, we're doing it. So I was in Ashenvale. This is right here. This is Astronar, right? Main Alliance town in Ashenvale. Then I went down here like this. I went through the tunnel. Then you end up in the Windshear Crag. Went all the way here. You tuned in around here. Ran up here quickly. Now we're going all the way up there. Going to do a couple things. Probably going to end up flying back. There is... Oof. That is interesting. I may... Wow. Speaking of like... You know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. 20 minutes. I don't like making these videos much longer than that. Like I said, I actually am going to end the journey here. Because I don't think I'm going to go here right away. I want to be able to... So I'm kind of screwed either way. If I'm here, I go there, then there. If I go there, I got to backtrack all the way. Whereas if I go here, and then I go there, I still have to go all the way back. Anyways, I don't want to hurt my brain with that. I want to figure out what this rune is and figure out if it's worth it to me to get it. That's what I want to figure out. So as always, if you liked the video, thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. Thumbs down if you didn't like it, and I'll bend it in half, twist it, and I'll break off one of these claws off in yours. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.